Hi, this is Inayat, and this video is the first part in a series of videos that I'll be making that are based on a book that I've written called Unveiling Machu Picchu. And in this book I have what I think are a lot of interesting and new scientific and mystical discoveries about Machu Picchu. The first segment is about the Chakana, and the Chakana is also called the Andean cross. So this format of video is a little bit different. It's me narrating some visual slides that I've made for you to help you understand the concepts better. The Chakana is also called the Andean cross, and Chakana is a Quechuan word which means bridge or portal. The Andean cross is a very predominant feature in architecture, textiles, artistic design. It's very much embedded in the culture. And the first thing you'll notice when you look at the Chakana is these three ridges or three layers representing three worlds. The lower world, called the Uku Pacha, its predominant energy is Hucha or heavy energy. The middle world, the middle step, is the Kai Pacha, and Kai Pacha is where we live on planet Earth, and it's a mixture of heavy energies, neutral energies, and refined energies. And the upper world, the Hanak Pacha, is the domain of Sami, the refined energies, and it's considered the domains of the Apus, angels, spiritual teachers, enlightened beings. Each of these worlds or levels are also associated to levels of consciousness. The lower world is the snake, the middle world is governed by the puma, and the upper world is governed by the condor. And condor feathers and things related to the condor show up very much in Andean mystical ceremonies and studies. So the Chakana is really a central symbol in Andean culture. And there is a similar symbol in North American culture known as the medicine wheel. It's used to address the four directions. And there are different artistic forms of the Chakana with different geometric elements in them. You'll see these in jewelry if you go to Peru. Now, related to these sacred symbols are the five mystical elements of earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And these elements are very clearly mapped and understood to be associated with a symbol called the pentagram. And even the Pythagoreans were very much into this five-star shape. So what about the Chakana? So after looking at the Chakana, it became clear to me that this symbol, which occupied such a central part in Andean mysticism all over the region, should have an association that's deeper, more hidden, more esoteric than we know about. So I began to wonder, does the Chakana have meanings like the embodiment or expression of the five elements, the five mystical elements that I talked about in earlier videos? So I was looking and looking, and I found some information at a source that I wasn't expecting that to me helps explain partially the design behind the Chakana. And the source for my information was from a Sufi master, Hazrat Inayat Khan. Inayat Khan brought Sufism from India to the West, United States and Europe, in the early 1900s. And he spoke a lot, his speech was recorded, and in speaking about the five elements, he associated them to different directions. The horizontal direction shows the earth element, the downward direction shows the water element, the upward direction shows the fire element, the zigzag direction shows the air element, and the form taken by ether is indistinct and misty. So looking at the design of the Chakana, what you can see here are the two arms going out into the horizontal direction with the earth element. You have the downward arm, which shows the water element. You have a corresponding upward arm for the direction of the fire element. And this one's very interesting. You take the steps together on the side of the Chakana and you have a zigzag for the air element. So the only one left is ether, and that one's right in the middle. So what you have with the Chakana is a tool, is a mapping of these five elements that can be used in meditation and spiritual exercise. So this means that Chakana is an intentional design. It's not just a religious symbol. It is a tool that you can use for meditation. It is a library, and it is a portal. And if you have a virtual cone pendulum, you can measure beneficial energies coming out of the Chakana from that circle in the middle. So the Chakana is really a very complex symbol. Now, I said that the Chakana has functions as a bridge, a library, a portal. In Andean culture, these types of concepts about portals and doorways are all over the place, from the Muro doorway at Lake Titicaca to the Gateway of the Sun in Tiahuanacu, Bolivia. They're all throughout the region. So what about the Chakana as a tool? How can you get to know it and learn about it? Well, I'll give you a hint. Start with single-pointed consciousness. So, thank you for watching Unveiling Machu Picchu on the Chakana. I'll have more videos out soon. Thanks again.